everyday superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between, okay? We've been taking it back to basics now. I've got a few videos in line where I'm just going to underline some foundational principles when it comes to the relationships between men and women and how you can become a better man all around, okay? How you can play your role and position the way nature intended, and given it's the way nature intended, naturally you're going to attract women. Disregarding what society says is right or wrong, you're going to attract women because it's the natural way, right? And this is, if you believe in evolutionary biology, it's natural. If you believe that we were animals or are animals, it's natural. If you are spiritual and believe in God, if you read the scriptures, you know it's natural, right? All across the board, it's the natural way. Only people who are going to tell you it's wrong is the owned media. So, don't fall for the subversion. Let's talk about pedestalization. What do I mean by that? I mean elevating a woman. You can support your missus. You can put a smile on your missus' face. You can flirt and show interest and validate a woman, right? But it's so much deeper and economic than establishing a conversation and getting an answer. When you elevate a woman to be above you, she won't respect you. When it comes to sexual kinks, yes, some men are fascinated by being dominated. Some men enjoy being submissive. Some men enjoy letting the woman have control. Okay? And you could say, that'll never be me. But the weird thing is, it's the men who have power who have this sexual hang-up, because they go through life being a judge, perhaps, being a police officer, being a politician, and someone of societal power, and someone who has to uphold that power, a manager, a CEO. And it's such an incredible release to relieve oneself and exist in the shadow and embrace the shadow momentarily. That was a side note. That's some game for you right there. But when it comes to the man who is perpetually submissive and you see these relationships, it tends to be a man paying a woman for a service where she uses and abuses the man. It's contrary to the societal norm, and that woman doesn't, at least in the public eye, associate with the man who is placed beneath her. Number one, her girlfriends, or the women who see the dynamic of this relationship, are going to think it's weird, because it's not biological norm. Their father was perceived as a powerful man. Whether he was present or absent, he made his choices. He had an outright control over the development of that young girl, who's now a grown adult woman. They know what a man is without even being in the dating market. So to see this woman who is with a submissive man who elevates her and buys her everything and blah de blah de blah. Yes, they've been told that's great. You need a man who spends all this money on you. You need a man who treats you like a goddess, like a queen. You need a man, happy wife, happy life and so forth, who puts you first and foremost. But none of them want that, and you will be cast judgment of that as the woman. Because these women know they want a man in their life who is number one, because number one provides a better life. Number one is the position of the leader. If you score the most points in a basketball game, if you are a professional cyclist and you get the best time on a track, if you're running a marathon and you're leading the rest, what does that make you? It makes you a leader. Imagine, metaphorically, you're running in a race and she wins. You're second place, she's first place, yeah? And then half a year later, you do another marathon together. And another man competes who wasn't in the first one, and he beats you both. He's the leader, he takes the gold. Do you think he's going to garner more attention and be on the mind of that woman? More so than you? From that point, you're non-existent. From that point, you're non-existent. And what you could have done, right, is elevated that woman to win that first race. Oh, well, let her win. Whether you let her know or not, you're going to let her win, right? She's not going to give a fuck the moment she gets beaten by that man who showcases dominance, success, attention. In the woman's world, attention is a currency. If you are incapable of showcasing some degree of societal success and abundance that is above and beyond what she can do or what she will ever have, she will deem you more valuable than the person who doesn't. You don't have to be the life of the party. You don't have to be extroverted. Take that from me. I'm a quiet guy, right? But the intelligence I've garnered, the systems I've set up, the direction and the means of communication I have with a woman through understanding, knowledge and creation of a character and an entity that first and foremost is that which elevates me to my own personal goals and success before anybody else's. She knows she has a man she can follow, lead, understand and know she's safe with. Whereas if I was in pursuit of that woman, if I was chasing that woman, if I was doing my best to put her first, because they tell you that's the way, right? Put your woman first. Why don't you ever put me first? Blah, blah, blah. Well, babe, it's because you can come and go. I've got one finite life. I need to look after myself first and foremost. And given that I get what I want, which is probably more likely if I look after me than if I look after you, then I'm bringing you along with me. Do you understand? Like it or lump it. If you don't like it, I know plenty of women who will. Tried and tested through trial and error. What I'm telling you is not literature. It's not red pill videos. It's through experience. It's through engaging. It's through conversing and being to some degree successful with women, dating, and within particular communities, varied communities, varied cultures. The root baseline between man and woman is always going to be the same because it's our biological hardwiring. I don't care if you're from Africa. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Russian, Ukrainian. I don't care if you've lived in all of the states of America within the space of 2 years. I don't care if you have not met anyone in your entire life and you live in Antarctica, right? The point being is you have an ancestry that is rooted within you biological principles that you don't even understand within the space of your conscious awareness, but they exist so deep within you. They call it a reptilian brain, because evolutionary speaking, beyond the primitive, we were that which nobody discusses, apparently. When you pedestalize the woman, you put her in metaphorical position to look down on you. Can you elevate her? Yes. Can you joke with her? Can you break the rules? Yes. You know, a pimp is a man who's so self-obsessed over ensuring every facet of his demeanor and action and talk and whatnot is above and beyond and dominating, you know, the feminine, that he has to focus and never let loose and never be someone who shows any weakness whatsoever, because he believes that that woman is going to get a kick out of seeing weakness. Such as when you see your boss make a flaw in the workplace, make a mistake, and it gives you joy in seeing that chink in the armor. It doesn't change a thing. They're still the boss. They can still fire you. They can still say get to work. They can own up to their mistake, be human being, and still be in position to force respect out of you. And that's the position of the man. I don't believe in being perfect. I'm saying that you can elevate your missus. You can make her feel good. You don't have to be this dominating force 24 hours a day. That's boring. That's not fluid. That's not natural, normal communication. And if anything, it's a showcase of insecurity and, you know, self-involvement to a degree where you will never really truly learn about her, or anyone for that matter, because you're so obsessed with oneself. Complete, extreme spectrum narcissism. There shouldn't be even consideration of pedestalization in the relationship to the point where you think that she is pedestalizing you, because the way it should work is natural. There should come a point in your life where you think, from here on in, which some people do think until they get in a relationship, and then they just throw everything out of the window and get used and abused. I've seen that so many times before, and that's pathetic. Honestly, that is so pathetic. And the moment you change and relax because you get in a relationship, she's not in a relationship with the man who she was actually interested in. It's fucked. You know what I mean? You're a fake individual. It's disgusting to me. But the moment you acknowledge you as a man are number one, and she is your other half. She's not your better half. She's your other half. She's the 50% to your 50%. She's the darkness to your light. She's the moon to your sun. Right? The moment you acknowledge that and know that you both serve a particular principle and both serve a particular purpose, and you both interlink in perfect unity, yet you as a man are number one and she as a woman is number two, right? You will never ever pedestalize a woman again, as long as you keep that in mind, because she wants to be number two and you need to be number one, and she needs you to be number one in order for her to actually be attracted to you. She doesn't want a man she walks over. She doesn't want a man who places himself at her feet in submittance, Because the moment that man comes forth, that genuine leader, that genuine number one, yes, when he comes into the picture and understands his value, she will acknowledge that, because it will come from a place of genuine value and actual belief of one's value. Why should I give that woman attention when I've got women blowing up my phone left, right and centre? Why should I give that woman attention? Because she's going to be attracted to me anyway. I don't need to try. When that man walks into the picture, she's going to forget about you. No matter that you've spent a ton of money on gifts. No matter that you text her every night. No matter that you're trying to run game and run game and run game and run game and run game. You're in pursuit. And she's moving the goalposts each and every time. She's giving you a carrot on the stick and she loves it because she sees you as a reflection of her own self-worth. She doesn't see you as a human. She sees you as someone who showcases her value, which is what she relies on. Because that value, an indication of value, is going to serve as a baseline to what real men she can get in her life. And that real man is going to be able to provide for her, give her what she actually needs and fulfills the life she needs to live. That's not you. That's some food for thought. Click like and subscribe. Peace.